Namaskar friends, welcome back to my channel Living Economics. Today I have a question for you. Have you ever thought of why private firms may not be interested in providing public non-toll roads? Or why some goods or resources can be overutilized or overexploited and others cannot? Okay, let me tell you why. These goods possess specific characteristics or features which make them different from each other. That is why there are few goods which cannot be provided by the private firms, or maybe private firms are not interested in providing those goods, and there are few goods which can be exploited by the people more than the other goods. Now these two characteristics or the features of goods are: first is excludable or non-excludable, and second is rivalrous or non-rivalrous. Now let us see what are these two characteristics one by one. What is rivalry in consumption? Rivalry in consumption means if one person consumes that good, other person cannot consume that good. So there is rivalry in consumption. If Sarah buys this apple from the market or consumes this apple, then in that case the same apple cannot be consumed by Trevor. Let us find out what is excludability. If I ask you, can you fly in this plane without buying tickets or without the permission of the owner? If the company doesn't want you to fly in this plane, can you do that? No, you can't do that. Why you can't do that? Because the owners have exclusive right of this plane, and by not buying the ticket you did not buy the rights, so you are excluded by the company, and this is called as excludability feature of a good. Now let us find out what is non-excludability and non-rivalry in consumption one by one. So let's observe this. There is a sun and there is a sunlight. We have a grandpa, grandson, we have Sarah with us, we have Trevor, and you can see that there are two kids flying the airplane. Can you find any rivalry in consumption over here? No. Why? Because everyone is getting the sunlight simultaneously. There is no rivalry in consumption. Trevor and Sarah can also get the same sunlight, unlike in the previous case when Sarah can have the apple and Trevor cannot. Let us assume that Microsoft buys the rights over sunlight, and in order to gain profit, Mr. Gates would want everyone to pay for the sunlights. Now, do you think it is possible for the Microsoft to prevent people from using sunlight without paying for it? Yes, it is almost impossible for Mr. Gates to prevent people or exclude people from using the sunlight, and this is why sunlight is non-excludable good. In the same manner, maybe the street light is also a non-excludable good. Therefore, based on these two characteristics and their mix and match, we find that there are four types of goods. Okay, so when a good has rivalry in consumption and excludability, it is called as private goods. When a good has non-rivalry in consumption and excludability, it is called as natural monopoly or club good. When a good has rivalry in consumption and non-excludability, it is called as common resource. And when a good has non-rivalry in consumption and non-excludability, it is called as public good. Now let us see the example of each goods one by one. The examples of private goods are the scooter owned by a girl, the car owned by a car owner, and no one can sit in the car unless owner wants him or her to sit, the laptop, the piggy bank, also the mobile you carry. You have exclusive rights over these goods. In the same manner, public goods which has the characteristic of non-excludability and non-rivalry in consumption are defense services, lighthouse, clean air, street lamp, sunlight, fresh air. These goods can be consumed by everyone simultaneously. The benefits of the defense services will go to all citizens of the country, whether they have paid for the taxes or not. Similarly, street lamp and lighthouse also can be consumed by everyone, whether they are paying the taxes for it or not. Now let us see the examples of a club good which possess the characteristic of excludability and rivalry in consumption. The first example, Netflix, you can see the best example. The direct to home services also is the same example. See, you can't access Netflix or direct to home services of maybe Tata Sky or any other services unless you pay for it. At the same time, once you pay for it, you and your friends can watch all the series of Netflix in their respective homes without any reduction in the quality or the quantity of the program. So there is no rivalry in consumption, but definitely excludability. In the same manner, we have Wi-Fi connections and the club houses, the entertainment houses, which can be paid and then can be used simultaneously by everyone. Now let us see the example of the common resource which has the characteristics of non-excludability and rivalry in consumption, which make these goods most difficult goods to be handled by the public and any authorities of the world. The examples of these goods are fish stock, congested public roads, clean air, clean water, and any natural resource which is depleting because of overconsumption and overexploitation of these resources. Because of their non-excludability characteristic, it is difficult for the government or an authority to exclude people from using it, and so there is overconsumption of these goods. And since these goods have rivalry in consumption, they are depleting very fast. We can see deforestation, ozone layer depletion, rising temperature, melting glacier, 100 types of natural calamities. All these are the result of overconsumption of these natural resources because of their deadly characteristics of non-excludability and rivalry in consumption. Let me tell you an important thing. When this globe was not overpopulated, then these common resources were called as public goods. Why? Because these goods could be provided to everyone without any marginal cost. But now, to get clean water, we need to put water filter at our home. To get fresh air, we need air purifiers at our home, and that is how we have marginal cost involved in getting the same quality of the good which was earlier provided for free. Now we have observed that the entire world is facing tragedy of commons in form of natural calamities, in form of the change in the working of the nature and its characteristics. I'll be discussing tragedy of commons in my next video, so for that please stay tuned in the same channel. Thank you for watching Living Economics. Till then, take care. Bye.